Hi there, YouTube. Sunday evening. Well, not evening, afternoon, after dinner. I'm at the same spot I was in last week. This time it's considerably more autumn-like. The sun is not shining very bright, it's going. Leaves are falling, it's all going brown and orange. Came here to film a couple of videos and break in my two cubs that I bought. The Morgans. This one is the one I modified a little bit. Took the shank off, rotated it so it will be more symmetrical. Put it back in. I wonder if I'm actually burning through this one, but nevertheless, that's not the topic. First things first, I want to get something off my chest as usual. That's I saw a video by Peacheys 13 yesterday. Stumbled upon it through Beard, his video, and watched it, and it made me so angry. You won't believe it. I said it in the comment, and I'm still feeling the burn. I'll put a link down below so you can watch that. But, you know, summing it up, they had an almost violent confrontation with their neighbors in their apartment, which they recently moved in, and it sounded horrible on so many levels. You know, watching, you know, basically wife in tears being afraid for her husband, and husband almost close to tears being afraid for his wife, and fearing for their, you know, life and well-being. Saying that the police told them basically there's nothing they could do until they are harmed physically. And it's all happening in England. You know, I live in the country. Well, my citizens of my country like very much to say that this is a lawless place. And well, that sounded like something that could happen here. But even here, like mentioned that in the comment, if you submit an official written statement to the police department saying someone is threatening your life and well-being, they are bound to start an investigation, to take action. So just basically saying there's nothing we can do, that sounds, you know, horrible. It makes me so angry. You know, this sinking feeling there's nothing I can do is just maddening. And although everyone is saying, you know, send love, send positive vibes towards people, you know, these people, well, no positive vibes will replace the solution. Either moving out, or better yet, kicking these neighbors out. That's what I suggested. In the video they mentioned that the landlord was basically afraid of these guys from Brazil, I think, who are occupying the flat next door and giving them a hard time. And my suggestion was to lean on the landlord, because it's his responsibility to ensure that people are treated well, respectfully, and they are interests are observed. Maybe put him, on the blacklist or something. Because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's basically, suppose everything turns out okay, they'll leave. Peacheys 13 leave. And if I were in their shoes, I'd leave some horrible reviews in respect to this landlord in the flat, and he'll basically end up with a Brazilian gang in one flat and another flat empty and no one wanting to rent it because of the gang. So as usual, he's probably waiting for the whole situation to blow off. It will resolve itself. It may not. And of course shit is bound to hit the fan in the comments, people saying that it's the immigrants, problem with the immigrants because they are foreigners and they don't know shit, they're, savages. Well, these sure enough behave like savages. And there's a great problem with, being a civilized person. That you must be the voice of reason while dealing with all this shit. Because, your basic instincts tell yourself, I wish I had a club, baseball bat, a couple of friends. Come down there and just knock their brains out. That's not the way of a civilized man now, is it? God damn it. So whenever people are doing something civilized, I keep giving them props because they are basically playing life on a hard level. Because if you want to do something civilized and you encounter someone who is definitely uncivilized, you're at a disadvantage from the get-go. And there's no escaping it. My compatriots, people in my country, like to make fun of Europe and the US because of their attitude towards immigrants, of their attitudes towards minorities. Well, you may not know this, but there's a common practice of some of our Russian quote-unquote patriots calling Europe gay-rope because of their attitude towards gay people and, tolerance towards the gay community and, same-sex marriages, etc., etc. These people could, tell you a page or two in respect to this situation. That's their, textbook example. But we don't know the whole situation definitely, and we don't know if these guys being from Brazil has anything to do with them just being the way they are. I keep telling everyone that you cannot judge a person solely by the fact that, if he's an immigrant or not. Every nation in the world has better parts of the nation, worst parts of the nation, and the guys doing the moving from to another country are oftentimes either desperate and they, I have nothing but sympathy and pity towards the people. Or the second option there, opportunists, people who do not fit at home and people who are driven from their community because of them being, shitty or whatnot. So that's the second part of the whole, immigration. So when dealing with immigrants, you're not necessarily dealing with a nice portion of the nation, unfortunately. Anyways, I'm rambling. But it's just so maddening. There's nothing I can personally do, and the majority of us really cannot do anything because the majority of the white EPC is in the US. I'm in Russia. So the only thing I can, repeat to Peacheys 13 is just stay on the safe side. There's no, pride in remaining in one place, in, getting beaten up or threatened or anything like that. It's not worth it. Move. If you have the opportunity, move. Maybe, like I said, lean on the landlord. Take your deposit back because he hasn't earned it in the slightest bit. What else? Anyone in the YTPC who is from England, if you can lend any support to Peacheys 13, please do that. And everybody else, they mentioned they had some financial troubles related to them having to move, probably, and covering their expenses related to that because they have just moved into this new place. And maybe we can do something about that. I don't know. Maybe raise some funds to help them. Peacheys 13, if you are watching this, I'm sure there will be plenty of people ready to pitch in just a little bit, myself included. So if you could set up some sort of a fundraising page or just give your details somewhere, publish them somewhere, and just a couple of bucks or pounds or rubles here, a couple of pounds there, and maybe you'll have at least some financial assistance. Here's the sun. The sun always shines on the financial side of things. Anyways, do not give up hope. Stay positive. Everything will blow off in the end. Just stay safe. Hold on to each other. Keep making videos if you can. We'll happily watch those. And you're saying you're not so peachy, but we all have our dark times, and most of my videos are ramblings and me being irritated at something. So I still have subscribers. I don't know why, but just stay safe, stay positive. Try to resolve this situation. If you're absolutely sure that you are in danger, move. Forget everything, drop everything, just go. We need you, we value your companionship. I cannot pray. I'm not that religious, but I'll keep you in my thoughts. Maybe my, fruitless rage will somehow influence this. I don't know how to call this. Maybe these Brazilian guys will have a bad case of diarrhea because I'm so mad at them right now. Maybe that'll help. Anyways, I'm signing off. Sorry, it turned out to be a ramble. Sorry about the sun in my face, but for everybody else who's watching this, if you still are, play it safe, stay safe. We need each other. YDPC is not that large, really, so pray if you can, send vibes if you can, be angry if you can. Don't be indifferent. I'll be seeing you. This pipe is not done. I'm making a couple of more videos. See you, people. Peacheys 13, you're in my thoughts. Well, bye for now.